The colors I'm going to be using. Okay, so we're going to mix this A and B epoxy, and I'm not going to make up much because we're going to just fill that 13-inch first layer platter tray. So A to B, I have this cup that already has marks on it, and I'm only going to make up I'll make up 3 just to be sure. So that's 1.5 and 1.5 of each one. 1.5 of A, 1.5 of B. So here we go. And I want it flat. Want it flat. That's 1 and about a half. Almost 2. And this one, this is a little more fluid than the other one. So it should be 3 altogether. 1.5 and 1.5 is 3. Right? I think I counted right. Let it settle down a minute. Yeah, okay. Make sure you cover them. You don't want them drying out. So, I'm going to just mix them now. So far there's no color in that. Wait a minute, I just thought of something. I'm going to make up some color. Or is it all going to be the same color? I could do it again. So I'm going to just mix this for 2 minutes or until the epoxy is clear. I don't hold it right under my nose. You should wear a mask or a ventilator if you have problems with epoxy. The room is very well ventilated. I'm in the garage with the door open. So I'm going to time it 12:05, 12:06, so about 12:08. No, 12:12, 12:14. 12:14 will be 2 minutes. Make sure you scrape the sides, the bottom, and don't stir fast. Stir about like this because otherwise you're going to get more bubbles. So we have this, okay? So we're going to take this epoxy, scrape the sides, and we're going to pour it right in the middle. And I forgot to do something. Forgot to add some color. It's not enough anyway. Not near enough. So I'm going to make up another batch. And while it's like that, I'll let you see what the alcohol ink does when you just do drops of it. And you can do that effect also. It'll explode. Okay? So let's let it do that. And then I'm going to, I'll put a little green in there too. Not crazy about the color of this epoxy, but it's supposed to be, it dried clear last time. Alcohol ink is magical, beautiful in itself, and I'm going to use some of the royal blue. So that was 3 ounces. This is going to take at least 9, maybe 10 ounces. So that means I'm going to make up another 7 ounces, I guess. Woohoo, I love it. Let's just stop right here and make a beautiful table, just like that. Just a beautiful table, just like that. Okay, while that's doing its thing, I'm going to put this on pause. So this already starting to look at the alcohol ink, it's already starting to look like jellyfish. And it'd be real easy to make tendrils. Very easy to make tendrils. So when I add the other, that'd be cool backing to it. This be cool. This is the back. This be the back of the table. This is gonna be the top of the table. This is the top of the table. That could be the back. That's pretty cool. I like it. Now let me make up another. Probably needs 10 ounces to 11 ounces. I'll make up 12 ounces, 9 more ounces, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've made up another 10 ounces for this. There's 3 already, 10 more, and I'm going to add some blue to this, which I didn't do to that. I'm going to add the lighter blue first. And all you need is a drop at a time. This way you control the darkness. You could always add more, but you can't take away. So 1 drop. See how dark it gets with 1 drop. Woo! It's changing color. I don't want it too dark. This is going to be the bottom of my platter, and when it's the table, will be the bottom. So how that changed the color? I don't want it too dark, and I will put a little glitter into this so that the bottom of this tray is going to be just as beautiful as the top. It'll have some glitter. This is the bottom of the tray. This is going to be the bottom of the tray. Not too much. Put a little at a time so you can gauge. Okay. This is going to give me about 40 minutes to work with. This is not a fast drying, curing epoxy. That's quite enough sparkle. So I'm going to pour that in there. It's pretty clear, isn't it? So I'm going to add a little more color. Don't want it quite that clear. Let's put 2 drops this time. But I do want the back of this to show. That's why I don't want it too dark, because it will show from the bottom. Okay, let's see if that got a little darker. Not much. Oh, look what's happening to those other beautiful alcohol drops. And we're going to put some more alcohol drops because I did like the effect they made. This looks like it's now the right amount of epoxy. It's spreading by itself to the edges, but I can also help it with the stick, get it all out. Now I'll have to make, in the 45 minutes it's going to take for this to get, oh, it's getting thick already. Wow. I want it up to the edge in those little crevices. Thank God it's level, or else it'd be too much on one side or too much. Now you can swirl this a little bit. This will pop this alcohol ink into there. Okay, isn't that pretty? While it's fluid like this. And it's up right to the edge. And there's about this much left for the next pour. So while this is goopy, wet, this is when you put in your pieces. And I have them all ready in the order that to go. Let me get them up. I think this has got to go in first, maybe. No, that goes at the bottom. Okay. So let me get this little fish off here because he's going to move around. So this is going to float a little bit, maybe. So you want to push it down and in. So you need your gloves. The next coat is going to cover it, and this will be the top of the platter. The other stuff that you see is going to be the bottom, plus what's on the bottom of this pour, because there's some stuff on the bottom of the pour too. So I just want to get this scooped up too, so I'm going to put a little bit of that like that into here so it sticks to this. It is going to have another coat of epoxy on it, but I want it sticking to that. So I arranged the design of it before I here's my weeds and my fish. So you do want them to submerge. You have to push, 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 push until we submerge. We're also going to have a cover on them too. So this little guy's floating on top. Okay. This will happen. It doesn't want to stay down. It starts to float and you have to push, 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 push. This is what I did with my ballerina ones that are inside. You have to push, push, push. It's like a bubble underneath. Okay. It's pretty. I'm glad I didn't make that too dark because it is coming over on this side, which I forgot. So I'm glad I didn't make it too dark because then it would dull these colors too much. Okay. So now that we have this in, I'm going to put the last fish right there. It's fun. It's like a puzzle. Like a puzzle. There we go. And he's floating this way, down this way. And you can still move him around a little. Good. And the last piece of shrubbery, I think was here, I believe. Okay, yep, we've got one more fish. Okay, one more fish. Right there. Just to fill that space. Yeah, and he's sunk. That's good. They're all kind of sinking now. Just had to get that bubble out of air out. That's the first part. Step one. This will start getting hard. I'm going to use the blowtorch on it for a few moments. Let me just get my hands wiped up a little bit. Yeah, I want to add the sand in now. So I've got to make up some more resin, and you want to make sure you always have a little bit left of space in this thing. You don't want it going over the side. So I'm going to make up a little resin with the sand and put that in now. I don't think this is enough. That's why I probably should have made up a little bit more, but I didn't want to waste it. So I'll make up another. The last layer is not going to have color. It's going to just have. I got to put the waves in now. Got to make up a little bit for waves. So about an ounce for waves and couple of ounces for my sand, a couple of ounces for these things. I could put these things in. This is the top of the platter, so this sticks out a little bit. It's okay. So let's glue those in too with the resin. Resin acts like glue. So a little bit, few pieces of coral. This is a broken coral that fell off my table inside, so let's use it. Let's use the coral. That's nice. See, now that's immediately says ocean with that coral in there. I'm going to keep it on the side so that this is a platter, so you can put flat things on there. The resin, this will not interfere. Not too much. Not too much. Little pieces. So this does not obviously have resin on it yet, but it's in resin. It's sticking into resin. It'll get stuck in there eventually. Same thing with these, but these I'm going to make a little bit epoxy for, and epoxy to make I could probably put a second layer on in 45 minutes, but I'm not going to make enough to I'm going to let it cure a little bit. First we're going to make enough up to make the waves. Okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're going to put, I put some drops of alcohol into that. I've put some coral. This is going to sit 45 minutes after that. I'm going to see if I can get these to look like jellyfish. They're really cool already. I'm going to put just a drop of white. Explode a little. One drop, that's all. It's starting to look like jellyfish. Wow, okay. So cool. Okay, I don't want them to get so big they're going to take over everything else. Then I'm going to take a skewer and run down lines. Take a skewer and make the tendrils, maybe. Kind of looks like jellyfish. Oh, I love it. Love it. Some of the tendrils are squiggly on jellyfish. I'm going to turn it over this way. Whoa! I don't want anything blowing into there. And just make it a little squiggly. That's really cool. Okay, I like that. I lost that white, so I'm going to put the white, a drop of white back in. Maybe I'll use the other color instead. I'm going to use instead yellow. That background is really gorgeous. Yeah, I like that. What's happening? A little more, and then I'm going to add another pinch of white. Where's the white? Just had it. Here it is. Just another pinch of this. That's really cool. Just give, you know, jellyfish are kind of ghostly. So I'm hoping this gives it a little ghostly. A little ghostly. Yeah. Ghostly. Ghostly. Very cool. Hope we didn't lose my fish too much though with that effect. Alright, so now I'm gonna mix a little bit of, there you are, of resin into this and paste it into the picture. I probably will make waves in this, but okay, so mix this into a paste so it goops into there. This is my sand beach stuff. That's going to be along the edge here. Nice. I think I will let it run into the... Okay, that brought up the side quite a bit. So the last layer is going to have to... I'm going to have to be careful with the last layer. Everything you add, of course, brings up the level of the epoxy. Okay, so I've got some shells, we've got some coral, we've got some fish, watery thing. Now the last thing I'm going to do is make up the paste and see if I can get some beautiful... Now you can do this at a different level too, from what I remember. Yeah, I'm going to try first at this level, meaning this first level stage. I can get it open. And they said you need very little of this in epoxy. I have my heat gun ready. Woohoo! I'm going to put a little bit of epoxy in here. I'm not sure how many waves I'm going to put. Probably across areas of it. And this just takes a very little amount. She takes a little stick like this and just puts, oopsie, get this open here. A little bit like that. And you dip it in. Dip it in. And this is going to make our wave. It looks pretty white. It's very nice. I don't want to apply it too thick. So I'm not sure I like my fish covered here. Let me move this over a little bit. Yes, you can. You can move it over a little bit. At this point, everything's very juicy. I want this guy's face to show. And besides, these shouldn't be so perfectly, oh yeah. They shouldn't be so perfect, these jellyfish. They shouldn't be so perfect. There you go. Good. Isn't that cool what it's doing? Wow. Very cool what it's doing. Oh, this one's covering this one too much. Let's pull this back. That really spread. I could move the fish and bring it on top at this point. Let's see if I could just get it off his face a little bit more without ruining it. Okay. It's insisting. I might have to bring them to the top of the fish because they're just kind of disappearing. Let me put them on top of this. There you go. There you go. Better. Better. Yeah, you can see them now. Kind of just disappeared after I put that alcohol ink in, and that's why I'm practicing this before the big one. And the same thing with this guy. He kind of just disappeared on the bottom here. Okay. This guy's okay. Alright, I gotta be careful with the waves too. Same thing. Don't want to. Okay, here's the wave. And I'm going to put it just like this. Uneven. A little thicker here. Alright, one more. Alright, now, whoops, now we're going to use the hair dryer to, whew, it's exciting. I'm going to use the hair dryer to blow it. Not the hair dryer, the heat gun. Heat gun, okay? It's ready, it's right here. This is running. Okay, good. Here we go. I think it needs more. I think it needs more. I might have made it too thick too. I might have made it too thick. Let's put a little bit more. Oh yeah, I think I'll put some down here also. These waves aren't even. I got a little messy there. I can just fix that, I think. Put some in here where the beach is. I think along the beach would be good. I think along the beach would be good. Along the beach would be good. beautiful. This is great. This is great stuff. Great stuff. Okay, let's blow. Starting to look very watery, scenery, seascape. Yeah, move it a little bit more. That's good. And this way. That looks like I need more. Okay, yeah. I like where I added it into there more. So I'm going to add a little bit more here. Add more here. Definitely add more here. Definitely add more here. Might as well use it up. And I won't put another one on the next layer. This is good enough. This is enough, I think. Unless I decide to put some up in there. But for now, pretty good. Oh yeah. Oh wow. And see, I guess this is getting. I like that it's uneven. All right. I think it's going to need a little bit in there too. I don't like that it's covering the fish, and that's going to have to be taken care of right now. Covering the fish, and I don't like that it's covering the fish. So I'm going to dive in again and get them again. Bring them on the top again. Thinking. Okay, get this guy up again. So he's kind of. Now, what I might have to do is, I could always paint some fish in. Yes, I can. On the next layer. I really wanted these spontaneous looking fish, but if they disappear when it dries, I can oh, love the water. Yeah, I do. I love the water. The water is beautiful. I could just make it come out a little bit like this. Very good. Over the, oh yeah. So I think it needs some of that white up in there too. It just seems to be a little tiny bit of, just a squirt of this to break some bubbles. And just to break some bubbles quick. Yeah, because you're dealing with alcohol ink there. So she said go quickly if you're going to do that. Kind of lost my, there's a bubble right here. You can bust them this way too. My tendril effect, these guys. I don't know if I can get them back. I don't think so. I like that effect though. Coming down. I don't mind that at all. I kind of lost the jellyfish. This is beautiful anyway. The colors are gorgeous. And I think I'd put another layer of white in there while I've got it ready. And this will be the end of it. And not quite as thick. Just kind of swimming around through here. I could have made another layer on the next layer on top. Sometimes they do it that way. On the second layer, the third layer. But heck, this is working okay. Then all this will require is a top coat at the end, since if I've got all this finished the way I want it. I left a space in there, which, oops, I'll have to disguise that. Give me a cool platter. A little thicker in here. Not as quite as thick as the other one, which is good. And let me disguise this string. Okay. Okay, give it a shot with the gun. It gives kind of like a misty, watery type of thing going on here, which I kind of like. I'm going to use a little bit more of this up in here. Not quite as thick. Not quite as thick. Did I turn that on? Oh yeah, it's on. Good. Terrific. I would have hated you not to see that. Okay. So. Yeah, there's that sparkle from that glitter I put in there. I'm not sure if I want to put more in there. It says I'm only going to put another top coat. This would be my time to, if I need to put some more shells that show up a little bit more. And I do have more shells. Let me blow this stuff. It's pretty hot. It has to get pretty hot this red from over there. Oh, we're getting some cells. So they don't look like jellyfish anyway, so let's make them part of the background. This is, ooh. Alright. This fish is the only one that's showing. And he wasn't my favorite. Let's see if I can get him to show. It's self-leveling, so it's probably going to hide them. I love my watery effect. This is too solid right here. I'm going to add this stuff and alcohol. You need to put the last layer, which I will do. I can do that. And I can also paint them in. This is sticking already, which is great. Just pushing things. Now I just want to get a couple clean shells that don't have so much stuff on them, so they show up some more. I don't want to put them. Okay, let me put them in here. Oh, there's one. Okay, let's put a clean shell so it shows up. There you go. See? Doesn't need much. Just a couple here and there. Different shapes. Probably one up there and you're done. Maybe a different shape thing. Not even a shell. Just a different shape thing. There you go. And a couple of the clean ones up here. putting pieces of stuff up there. There you go. And this is going to be covered with a whole another layer. It's only going to need about, where is the camera? About that much. What do you think? Good try out. I'm so glad I tried this out before doing the biggie. It's going to be a very pretty platter. Now I got a little epoxy left over, see? So, and I can't pour it on here yet. This is not tacky enough. Hold on, I'm going to see if I can bring this up a little bit here. See, it'll open this up a little and show this through a little bit. This is good. It'll show this through a little bit. That's good. That's really good. It might do this with this. Okay. And this here a little bit. Okay. This epoxy's getting hot, so I want to make sure I leave enough for another layer. So I'm not going to use this for that. I'm going to put it into those, into these extra things I have here ready to catch extra epoxy. And let's see, can you see it over there? Here you can see it. Okay. There you can see it. And this little one. And there's a big one too. So I'm just going to add some sparkles to this. So it'll be sitting in the bottom of that grooves. I'm going to have to divide it up. Some is going to be for that purpose. Some I'm going to make a color. So first, let's put this. Lots of it. Mix it in. Let's mix this in. So it'll sit at the bottom of those grooves, so when I turn it inside out, open it up, unmold, this is what you're going to see at the bottom. These beautiful shiny things. So that's got to go in first. Alright, it's going to go in, and it's sinking in. Yeah, it is. It's sinking in. Okay, just so I'll know how much this takes. Well, it's going to probably take the whole thing. And let's hope it doesn't boil. I don't think it will. I don't think that's deep, deep. They go down, but they're not. What's the word? I'm going to do the other one too, smaller one. I could get some more. Okay. Careful I'm not working over that piece that I've got underneath. Okay, so let's put these in here. And as they go down, that'll be the bottom, the top part of the piece with the sparkles. Actually, it'll be throughout because I filled it to the top. Okay. Now if I want this part to be a little darker, I have to wait for that to cure a little bit. This is looking good. Looking really good. I still have some epoxy left, so I'm not going to waste it. I have another mold. It's a big mold. It's over here. I don't know if you can see that mold. I don't think it's on level ground. So I'm going to have to move it. It has to be level. And with this one, I'm going to put some blue. It's going to be like first layer type of thing. Some blue things in there. And stir it up. And this will finish the epoxy. Fine, put the blue there instead. But that other one's not on level ground anyway. Ooh, yeah, I like that blue in there. And put some of it in here. Oh, that's gorgeous. Now, you want to leave, this is a platter, you want to leave them enough room to put their glasses, drink, bottle, whatever. So on the edge, this is okay. On the edge, this is okay. On the edge, this is fine. On the edge is fine. I really like this section. I don't think I want to cover that up. I might put another piece of coral. It will stick up, but it's on the side. It's on the edge. It's on the edge. As long as it's not in the middle where they have to lay glasses and bottles or whatever they're going to put there. There you go. Yeah, I like that there. And this other stuff, I don't know where I'm going to put it. I think I'll put it in the middle of this. Meantime, I'll have some fish cut out, I think. Oh no. Okay, so I've added some of these pieces in here because when I added that white in, it really took away all this. And I don't know if that was too much overblowing with the heat gun or what, but it just took away. I added some new fishes in, and I added some of this because I didn't like that brown. I added some of this glitter. So I'm going to get ready now to put in the last coat in. This is sticky enough to just put this like this, and it'll be the last coat. Will be the end. It'll be pretty clear coat, and I'm going to put some glitter into this resin, some very fine glitter. I'm not going to put that chunky stuff. I'm going to put some fine glitter, and that's going to be probably the end. Well, it has to be, because that last coat, it's only room for one more last coat. So this, I don't like the straight edge, this stuff. I think the color is good. And just so that it's not straight. Straight doesn't look good. Things don't end just straight like that, except for tables. And it's not a table. So let me see if that improves this. Oh yeah, much better. Much better than just straight. Under the fishtail. Yeah, oh yeah, did it not touch that? It's pretty, it's gunky, but it'll come up. Okay. Okay, that's good. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Okay, so, and then I am going to try to put that white again, but not so much. Let's see what happens. And these will be sticking out. These will be further in the back. Alright, let me go make up the white. The thing that's going to make the waves, again, I've put down 10 ounces of epoxy with glitter. Then I had to add another 3, and it's covered all the other things I added into here. See a little bubble. Let me get rid of the bubble. This little fish keeps trying to come up. So you got to keep pushing these down. They want to float. So while this is warming up, I'm going to push these down a little more. Well, this one's staying. Good. These are staying. So I added these other pieces in because the last coat, when I put this stuff and blew it, it pretty much took all this out. And I love this design. I think this is gorgeous. So I'm going to try to not blow it as much because it takes over. It took over. Just a tiny snip because I don't want it to go through across here. That is nice and thick. Okay. And just another one like this. That's it. That might be it. Oh, with the heat hot gun. You do have to wait with the heat up, I noticed. The heat gun should do that. Heat up. And it's growing. I don't want it covering up all my design again. And I think it grows, so I better not do too much. I don't want it covering this fish, so I'm blowing it this way. I'm starting to see some cells. I think that might be enough, because I think it grows. What do you think? It's kind of cool. I like that. That little bit of wave in there. I like that. What's this? This is the doesn't look like anything. Let's just smush that a little. Okay. That's good. Okay. Leave it in here. Not doing quite what I wanted to do. That's it. See, because then it's going to cover that beautiful background I have again. It's going to be a platter to put on your kitchen counter, table, a gift. Got glitter. Yeah, I just love what it's doing in here now. And it's doing this all by itself. I'll bring it down for a close-up. This took me, this took a lot of resin, more than I thought. It was 12 ounces, and then another 12 ounces, and then there was extra resin for the waves. Cool geode mold over there I'm working on, so I'll put some of that in there. Alright, but I'll take this off for a minute, take it down to show you. And I think that was just enough blowing on this. Maybe right here. Maybe right there. Just a little bit more. Just a wee bit more. And I like that it's making cells. I like that it's making cells. That's it. Hold on. I want to take it over again. I notice if I do this too much, it's going to grow and take over. So there's the waves I just put in. That still works pretty good. The last time I blew too much and it took over. This time I was more cautious. There's my new fish, and so next time I won't put the alcohol, except before I put the fish. I mean, the alcohol is pretty cool. What it did also. Very cool. Everything added. So that's it for now. So now I'm ready for the big one. I might take you down for a close-up. I like these earth tones. That's the part I like a lot. And I like that too. We'll see what happens, how it dries. It's going to be still changing. Unfolding it tomorrow.